Hi, my name is Asha Gomez. Welcome to my video series where we blend the flavors of India into a southern kitchen. I hope you enjoy this collection that we have put together for you. Hi, I'm Asha. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make mango bread pudding. So how this recipe came about, bread pudding is something that's an easy dish to make, and even if you're not a baker, you don't have to be intimidated because bread pudding is so simple to make. But how do you change it up? How do you add different flavors to it? You know, I can make 20 different types of bread pudding depending on what season it is, whether it's pear season or apple season, or sometimes I just do it with raisins and different types of spices. But my favorite is mango bread pudding. When I had my restaurant Cardamom Hill, our mango bread pudding was kind of like the go-to dessert for all our guests. No matter what I made, they would all have the mango bread pudding. So here are the ingredients that we're gonna need for this. I have a loaf of brioche bread. I'm probably gonna use about half of it. I have mango puree or mango pulp, and you can get this now at DeKalb Farmers Market. You can get it at Beaufort Farmers Market. I have seen it at Kroger, but then you can go to any Indian grocery store and you will find it as well. The two different types of pulps that come. One is the Alfonso mango pulp and the Kesar mango pulp. I'm using the Alfonso today. They're both equally delicious, so you could pick either or. Of course, you need milk for bread pudding and you need eggs for bread pudding. Sugar, if you decide to use a spice, you can. I'm gonna not use a spice in the bread pudding itself, but I will probably, when we're done and it's out of the oven, I will definitely garnish it with some cardamom powder just to give it that touch of, you know, floral, beautiful cardamom spice to it. So let's get started. So I bought a whole loaf of brioche bread from the local farmer's market. I'm probably going to need about half of it. Now, if you don't have brioche and you just want to use a white bread or wheat bread, that's really your preference. You can. The brioche is just a little bit more decadent, I guess, you know, that buttery bread. I'm gonna put away half of it. I'm gonna slice it up and then I will cube it. Like I said, you know, bread pudding, it's just one of those desserts that anybody, you don't have to know how to bake to make a bread pudding. I'm hoping that my crew right now that's in this room is going to be calling me this weekend and saying, guess what? Guess what we made for dessert? They do that often. After we film an episode, they make the dishes and give feedback on how it worked out. So I have nice little bite-sized cubes. Oh, I can smell that brioche. It smells so good. Okay. So good. One last piece. You know, back in the day, people would actually use day-old bread to make bread pudding because you're gonna moisten it up anyway. If it's a little dry, you can be moistening it up with all that milk and cream and sugar and eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 4 eggs. And my eggs right now are at room temperature. I mean, if your eggs are in the refrigerator, that's fine. It's not going to make a difference. Now for this recipe, I am going to add about a cup of the mango pulp. I'm gonna keep some mango pulp in reserve because at the end, after it's cooked, we're actually gonna drizzle that mango pulp over the bread pudding. It's actually a cup and a half, and a cup and a half of plain whole milk. sugar, I'm gonna have it on the recipe, but sugar is so much your preference, how much sugar you wanna put. I'm gonna go ahead and start with 3/4 cup. Actually, maybe a whole cup. But once again, it's a personal preference, right? Some people don't want it that sweet. And then some people have a sweet tooth and like it really, really sweet. So I'm gonna mix this up nicely. I have my oven at 400 degrees. You just need a simple whisk to do this. That looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and put all my bread in there and let it soak up all that goodness. And you probably want to, before you transfer it to to the pot that you're going to bake in, you want it to soak just a little bit so that all the bread gets soaked with that cream and mango pulp that you put in. Mix this all in. Look at that. And it's like, unlike other bread puddings, because they're usually creamy, or this has this gorgeous golden color because of the mango pulp that you use. Look at that color. Oh yeah. Let that sit for about 10 minutes so all of that gets soaked into the bread. In the meantime, I just have a square pan here, and I am going to put some fat on it. Get that ready and set it aside. So we're gonna give that 10 minutes. We're gonna come back and we'll put it in the pan. The oven is going at 400 degrees. We'll put that in there. We're gonna have some delicious bread pudding. So I've let that sit for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna transfer it into my pan now. It's gonna be so beautiful. I'm just gonna press it down just a little bit so it's soaking all the juices. Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and put this in our oven, like I said, 400 degrees, and it goes. And we'll come back in 25 minutes and we'll have perfect bread pudding. Oh, look at that. There we go. That looks so good, and we're gonna be eating that with this mango pulp.